Hello Fitzroy, here for my little weekly message, though this week we will have lots of messages because tomorrow night we're obviously going to be having our Good Friday service at 7. We're not going to do communion after that because it's going public, and with all the viewers that are watching it, it's not a communal thing. So I decided if you want to do communion after it, we're finishing with a communion hymn, feel free to do that, but I'm not suggesting it in the service. It's a short service, it's just readings and songs, so I hope you get time to reflect tomorrow on Good Friday. Easter Sunday is very exciting because on Easter Sunday we have a brand new song introducing the day that I'm writing with Emma Horan and Johnny Fitch, and I think it's a real cracker, and we have some wonderful music about the resurrection on Sunday. So I'm going to go into the thought that I want to share with you this week. Last Sunday morning, I was talking about how we need to not look at what is seen, but what is unseen, because what is seen is temporary, what is unseen is eternal. And I said that means we don't get stuck in the moment of coronavirus. But I also said it's important for us to embrace the moment. And today I want to talk about embracing the moment. When I was in hospital last year, if you remember that little minor operation I had, Anne McMurray, who's my Fitzroy elder, sent me a poem by a guy called David Wagner, and it really influenced me. This is the poem. Stand still. The trees ahead and bushes beside you are not lost. Wherever you are is called here, and you must treat it as a powerful stranger, must ask permission to know it and to be known. The forest breathes. Listen. It answers. I have made this place around you. If you leave it, you may come back again saying, here. No two trees are the same to Raven. No two branches are the same to Wren. If what a tree or a bush does is lost on you, you're surely lost. Stand still. The forest knows where you are. You must let it find you. And that really spoke to me about the moment I was in, because I was tubed up, I was lying on a hospital bed, I couldn't do anything at all, and I was looking forward to days that I believed were ahead of me. But it was important for me to stop in the moment. I think what the poem was saying, and maybe what Anne was trying to say to me, was that in that moment in bed in a hospital, I was still alive. I was still in a really sacred space, that God could speak to me. And I believe that's the same for coronavirus times. I believe we're in this moment. We don't want to be stuck in this moment. We want to make sure that we have this hope for what might be down the road. But also, I think there's something happening around us. The theme for Four Corners Festival a couple of years ago was here, now, this. It was about stopping in the moment. Here, lockdown, the months, a few rooms. Hope you noticed that tonight I'm in a different room. I'm in the kitchen. Here, where are we? Place. Now, the time. Corona's times. April 2020. Always remembered as coronavirus times. And this is coronavirus. This is what we're about. Here, now, this. The moment. To embrace it. To look out at the forest that you're lost in, or you seem to be lost in, because you're not lost. To look out across coronavirus times. And to ask yourself, as I've been asking this week, what is God saying to us in it? Are we listening to God? What is God implying? What is God, if we inclined our ears, what would God be smiling at? Families playing together. Pollution is down. Neighbours are bringing things to each other. We're being creative and imaginative. Community is holding strong. What would God be saying in the midst of all of that to us? Would he be asking us about what is necessary, what we desire, what we're missing or not missing? Would he be saying, are you really wanting to get back to all of that? In the here, we need to be hearing. In the here, we need to be listening to God. And of course, we're getting into Easter week. And if we want to think about it from today, Monday, Thursday, Jesus was in the moment in Gethsemane. Oh, he knew what was ahead of him and he knew he was going to get out the other end, but he was still in the moment, praying about the moment. I think his poise and his posture in the cross, where he is this calm to talk to Mary and John, where he is this calm to forgive people for what they're doing to him, where he is this calm to speak to God and declare it is finished, that comes because he wasn't stuck in the moment. But in that moment, he's looking around him. In that moment, he's forgiving a thief by his side. In that moment, he's witnessing to a centurion that declares he has to be the Son of God. In that moment, he's caring for his mother and his friend. In the moment, he's taking time. Paul in 2 Corinthians 12 talks about that thing, those thorns that are in him and he can't get rid of them and he's prayed to God. They're moments that he struggles with. But God's answer to him was, my grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. That's where we've got to be in these times. We've got to be in the moment, and we've got to listen to God in the moment and not fly by this coronavirus moment and miss the lessons that we could learn, miss the things that we could see. And so I wrote a poem as a response to David Wagner's poem, and I close this thought with it. Here was once for Peter, cowering disillusioned in an upper room, where Mary muttered the impossible and he ran to an empty tomb. Here was once for Paul, thorns he couldn't get rid of, where the end of all the prayers he prayed was God's grace to be enough. Here was once for Jesus, a bloody cross all God forsaken, where even the very sky grew black as the interruption of mad love beckoned. Here, now, this for me, I stop, take time and breathe. I gaze out at my surroundings from my shelter of belief. Though my soul is bruised dark blue, I hear a holy call to embrace it. Gently I hold on to my very self because no one is going to replace it. In this uncertain terrain of tears, gazing across these unfamiliar fears, I'll wait till my deepest gladness reappears. Here. Oh, let's not get stuck in the moment. Let's believe that there are other moments up ahead. But neither let us miss the moment, because I think God is speaking and we need to be leaning in to listen what he's saying. Here, now, this.